Hi, this is our Friday Bagpipes in the Barn session, and this week I'm going to be talking about moisture control systems. There's no one size fits all, but there's certain things you can look at in order to decide which type of system would work the best for you. The idea of a moisture control system is that you don't get all that moisture from your lungs and your breath going more or less directly onto that chanter reed, because if it gets too wet it's going to change pitch a lot and it's going to get just sound awful. So you don't want that to happen. And also, if you take it out or leave it in there, it's going to go mouldy. So you want to keep that down to I was going to say a minimum, but there's a certain amount of moisture you want to get on the reed. That's something you'll have to figure out yourself as well. So you blow in through the blowpipe, and then you have something to either divert the air to the back of the bag or through a canister. Sometimes there's things you can actually put in the bottom of the blowpipe stock, and I'll show you that in a minute. I've got a drawing of it. It's something I used when I was much younger, when I first started, about 1970, a long time ago. So this is one of the systems. This is the Bagpipes system. Now if you go on the Bagpipes website, you'll be able to see Willie McCallum putting one of these together. It's a very good video. I'll show you what's done with it. The air comes in the bag, comes around, and it goes through here in order to go to the drones, which are fed by these tubes. So the idea is that you blow into the bag, the air goes through here, and the moisture is taken out by these beads. They soak it up and stop the moisture getting through to your reeds. You do have some adjustment with these because you can take some out. You can adjust things around. It's a lot of variables that you're going to find would work for you or would not work for you. It's just trial and error, really. So there's one of them. I don't recommend, there's another one here. I don't recommend using this one. This is the chanter stock tube, and really I think it would probably take too much moisture out of the thing. Again, I haven't had a lot of experience with these things, but as a rule I generally don't like having things going to the chanter like that. So that's just my idea. It might not work, but that's the way I've always done it. There's another way of doing this. There's various ones of those, you'll figure it out. This isn't actually a tube trap for the blue stick. This is part of that, but it gives you an example of what you would do with a tube trap. This would go into the bottom of the blowpipe stock. So there's coming in here, going along there, and then at this end it would be corked off. So as you can see, nothing will get through, but you put a couple of little holes in the front here to let the air through. So in the time it's gone through here to the end, it's had time to let go of some moisture to condense and all this sort of stuff, and it holds it there so that when you're done playing you just tip it up like that and all the moisture comes out. And it does allow for some moisture some moist air to come out the back if you would like it to. It depends on how much you put in there. There's various other ones, like this one comes from the blowpipe. This is actually what this is designed for. This comes with the Bagpipes bag. So this obviously is your blowpipe stock, comes in through this bottle here. As you can see, it's got a couple of holes at the top there. So the air comes in through here, goes through some sort of doodad, a bit of fabric or something. I'm not sure what they put in there. This can take some of the moisture out, and then it comes out the back. Again, you can vary the amount of moisture that's coming out of it. So this is what we used to use years ago, before we started getting more technical with things. So this is a cross section of a blowpipe stock, and in here is a cork, and in there is the tube that it goes to. So the air would come in up the top here, move down, and any moisture would collect down here. So you get moisture coming down. It takes quite a bit out of it. It was quite effective. Of course you'd have to change the cork every now and then, because it'd go mouldy and kind of rot. So pretty disgusting, but all you had to do then was just tip it over, and then you get a bunch of moisture out. We have much more efficient systems these days, as I've just kind of demonstrated. Depends on how technical you want to get with it, how long you want to play your pipes, and how wet or dry a blower you are. I've always been a very dry blower. I've never had problems with moisture on my reeds. I used to get over an hour out with just a tube trap in there. That's when I was playing cane and sheepskin. Now, the difference between synthetic bags, which these are designed for mostly, and skin bags like sheepskin and goat skin, the airtight seasoning and others like that are hygroscopic. So when you put moist air into it, it kind of sucks it in and acts as a barrier to getting too much moisture to your reeds. It's it's not foolproof or anything like that, but the synthetic bags generally won't do that, so that's something to consider. Now, another factor to consider is where you live. If you live somewhere high, like in Denver, somewhere like that, you're going to get very dry air up there, and you'll find that your chanter pitch goes right up. So there, I've known people put sponges in their bags to get more moisture in there. There's another thing, you have those little round sponges that you can put in your practice chanter reed at the bottom there. I've seen people soak them and just put them around the bottom of the pipe chanter reed just to give it some moisture. So that's kind of extreme there. And then you've got the other extreme, which is during the summer here in America. There's places like here in Missouri that it gets, the humidity goes up to like 90%, and sometimes higher. So you're dealing with a very moist atmosphere. So that tends to be something that you want to kind of take some of that moisture out before it gets to your reeds. So it all depends on where you live. The lower you live down, altitude-wise, compared to Denver, the lower pitch it's going to be generally as well. So there's a lot of things to consider. There's no, like I said, there's no size that fits all, but it's something you can mess around with and get some results for yourself, and take some of these things that I've just told you into consideration. Anyway, that's about it. Many thanks.